buonasera everyone, I'm Francesca Aragno, your host tonight for the 4th episode of the Insider News, our new brand project customized for you all, for all the lovers of the Arabian horses that can connect with us in Instagram, Facebook, and then follow again our live just to talk about content, share news, have guests, create a little stand-up for all the passionate people in the Arabian horse business. So this is our Insider News 4 episode. I want to remind you that in case you don't have the time to follow all our live or you are not available tonight, because I understand that, of course, especially during the summer with the show season, it's not very easy to sit down and follow a live that sometimes can also be very long, I know. No worries, because we get you covered. So if you want to see me, you can rewatch our Insider News episode on Instagram or Facebook. Instead, if you just want to hear some interesting news, no worries, you can go on our playlist in Spotify. Exactly, Arabian Insider is in Spotify. You can go there, and we created a podcast, a growing podcast with a lot of interviews, with a lot of content where we actually share every kind of interview from the live that we do, and also we share all interviews that we had in the past because we want to remember that, so it's good. Spotify, Arabian Insider, go there if you cannot watch all our live or if you're driving and you don't know what to do and you don't like the music. So, here we are tonight. 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐿 is waving, Frank Paradise connected. Ciao Frankie. And I can see that a lot of people is joining me. I'm so happy. Guys, if you have questions during the live, please don't hesitate to write me privately or just here in the chat, okay? So tonight we have a very busy schedule. We will have with us 3 guests. We go first to Brazil to Haras Cruzeiro to know everything about their breeding program. There is a lot to say. I was there. I don't know if you saw my post recently, a few days ago. Last year I was there. I had a beautiful riding in the farm. The farm is outstanding. Andre is texting me now, so let's invite him because I'm going to have him first, then we will go back to Austria to the project designed by Arabian Horse World magazine for your foals in partnership and communication and in partnership with Arabian Insider. Here is Andre. Ciao.
Ciao. Hi, Francesca. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's a really pleasure to join you in this live.
It's my pleasure to have you with me, Andre from Brazil. I really appreciate that you took the time to be live with me. I want to know, I have a lot of questions for you tonight because I know that this year it's a very important year for you. So I want to share with everyone what you have to tell us.
Oh, good. Thank you. For me, it's really, I want to thank you for this opportunity. As you know, I am a big fan from Arabian Insider and about everything that you do with your team all around the world, promoting our loved Arabian horses. So for me, it's really a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, Andre. Thank you. I was, in the meantime, you were connecting. I was reminding to all our followers that last year I was there. I was at the farm and I was telling them like it's such a beautiful place. It's like a dream place. I was reminding them about the riding that we had in your farm. It was just fantastic. Yeah, one of my best memories for sure.
Yeah, it was really nice. The weather was great. The horses were perfect. So we had a lot of fun.
Yes. So Andre, I have some questions for you. Let me read them because I don't want to ask you wrong thing. The first one that I want to ask you is, tell me the story of Haras Cruzeiro.
Okay. Well, Haras Cruzeiro, as you know, is located in Brazil, in the state of Minas Gerais, and it's part of 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐿 𝐸nh𝐬. 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐿 𝐸nh𝐬 is an endeavor, a family endeavor for more than 4 or 5 generations. So more than 200 years that the farm is in the family. So the main house was built in 1830. So the farm has more than 20,000 acres, and we produce soy and corn and of course we have a big cattle operation. And then in this operation of the cattle, we have more than 60 Arabian horses working daily with the cowboys. So this is really an amazing thing that you don't see very often. So for us, of course, when you have this kind of operation with so many horses, for us, the Arabian horses is not just a pretty face. You know, they are very important for the farm. I mean, it's the strength, the heart, the incredible resistance that they have. It's really important for us in a daily basis in the job with the cattle.
Absolutely. And this is actually was one of my questions for you, as you are one of the greatest supporter of the Arabian horses in Brazil, also one of the greatest breeder. But you don't breed only for the face, only for the beauty, because you support a lot also the performances, the work with the cattle, as you just mentioned. So how do you select, like you have different breeding lines that you breed for different goals, or how do you do it?
We do have, but not very separately. I mean, we have something in mind about what is important for us in terms of a horse, and for us, it's very important to us that the horse is to be strong, to be good legs, to be a good mind, a good character. So this is very important. And added on this, of course, all the pretty part of the Arabian horse that we love. So at the end of the day, what we wanted to build here is a breeding program that have good horses to be ridden, and of course beautiful horses to win in the show ring.
I understand, and I totally agree with you. But Andre, I know that this year it's a very important year for you, for Leandro. Can you tell me why?
Oh, this year Leandro is completing 40 years as a breeder. So he started in Arabian horses in 1983 with half Arabians at that time, because in 1983 there was very few pure breed Arabian horses here in Brazil. So probably the first 10 years were more with half Arabians, and then after that, after the first 10 years, we had more Arabian horses around, and then around 2000 we started to do some travels to US, to Europe, and to bring more horses for our breeding program. So this year we are celebrating this very important date, and we will do a big party and a big auction on July, just in the same place of the Brazilian Nationals.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Andre, when I was there at your farm, as I also wrote in the post, one of the things that surprised me most is to see Leandro really still riding horses as he did I assume when he was a young boy, and he was just having so much fun. Tell us something more about Leandro, about his passion for the horses and him.
Yeah, for me, Leandro is by far is the person more passionate about horses that I know in my life. So he's really an example for me, an example of paying attention in details, thinking about how the horses can improve, all the vision that he has in terms of horses. So for me, it's a privilege to have him and to be by helping him in this endeavor.
I'm sure you can learn so much. And how is your relationship with him? Like, how does it work at the farm? Who takes the decisions?
Oh, of course, at the end of the day, he's the main power behind Haras Cruzeiro, of course. But he really likes to discuss and to take ideas from the others, and no matter who you are in the team, if you have something to say, you must say it, and he's gonna listen. And of course, if he doesn't agree, he's gonna say that he doesn't agree. But of course, he takes ideas from others, and try to build better ideas, mixing with all the teams. So this is a really an amazing atmosphere to work.
Another thing that I remember from when I was there that I want to share tonight is that at Haras Cruzeiro, from every corner you walk around the farm. I remember I was walking there, and every corner of the farm, doesn't matter which corner you look at or how you turn yourself, the view is always perfect. So I wanted to give credit to that, because there is really a lot of work in the details of how the farm is structured. This comes from you or comes from Leandro?
No, this comes, I'm trying to learn, and I hope if I have 20% of this, I would be satisfied. But of course, it comes from Leandro and from Neta, that is his wife. They really love this place, and they really pay attention in every detail. And this is an amazing place.
And tell me, Andre, are you going to participate in the Brazilian national this year?
Yes, we are going for the nationals with 9 horses. We are very excited about our participation. We are coming back with 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐝𝐿 again for the senior stallion, and we have some 3 or 4 fillies and colts from him. We are really happy with the second year that he is with us producing, and we are very happy about his babies.
Fantastic. I have one more question, and then I let you go. Which is the best memory, or the thing that you are most satisfied in all your experience with the Arabian horses?
I love stuff, but I love to pick one. In terms of the farm, I love to go there when the babies start to born, and all the expectations that you have, you can see if it worked or not, and all the plans that you did. This is something that really energized me, and this is the best moment of the year for me in the farm. But in the show ring, I think the emotion moment that I can remember was when Flora was in the show ring, and she won as a Brazilian national champion filly. And in that year we sold her, and we didn't have her anymore, and this was a really emotional moment for us.
I'm sure. I filmed Flora. I remember her since she was very young. Beautiful. You bred so many beautiful horses. Even last year when I was there and I saw the babies, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
You are a breeder from where I'm trying to learn, this for sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, Andre, thank you so much for your participation. I really wish you all the best for the Brazilian National, for your program this year, your breeding program, and for the auction. Because, guys, I want to remind you all, as Andre said before, that after the Brazilian National, Haras Cruzeiro is organizing a very, very important auction that will be also live, correct?
Yes, correct, Francesca. Thank you very much for having me. I would like to thank you for the opportunity, and to invite everybody that is watching here to come to the Brazilian Nationals, to come to our auction. It will be a big moment for us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Andre. I will now display, you can disconnect, I will display a little video that we have from you from last year, so that people can see a little part of your farm.
Thank you. See you here.
Ciao, Andre. Ciao. Thank you for joining us. And this was our beautiful interview with André Cruz from Haras Cruzeiro. I want to show with you all a little video that we did last year at the farm, so that you can understand what I'm talking about. And this was a little tribute video, a little reel that we did last year when I was there at the farm with my team. Arabian Insider will be back, of course, at the Brazilian National after so many years that we tried to support the show and the Brazilian breeders as much as we can, because the enthusiasm there and the knowledge, the horses that they have is just fantastic. So follow us in July to know everything about the show, and follow us to know also about the auction, because we are going to start promoting the auction for Haras Cruzeiro very soon. And if you have the chance, trust me, go visit Haras Cruzeiro, because it's a magical place, magical. But now it's time to go to our second guest. Before that, I would like to say hi to 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐞𝐫 for her new show that is going to happen this weekend. It's very good to see new organizer coming up. So the best of luck for you. Unfortunately, we cannot be there, but I send her and everyone that is attending the show the best of luck. Keep going. We need more organizers. We need more young people focusing on the Arabian horses. That said, let's go into our second guest of the day, that is Mario Matt. Why we invited him? Because he is a very, very trustable and proud breeder from Europe, not only for breeding exceptional show horses, but also for breeding exceptional ridden horses. And he's also a big supporter of ridden classes and performances. So I want to invite him with you all here, because I want to know more about this breeding program. Unfortunately, I've never been to the farm, so I cannot tell you much about it, but Mario will. I just invited him, so let's wait for him to join us. Here he is. Ciao,
Hello.
Mario.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. In a sunny Italy, finally, the rain stopped a little bit. It's too much now, so... Mario, thank you for accepting our invitation to be here with us tonight at Insider News.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's really my pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you.
So I have some little questions for you, and I want to start from a personal question. How did you get involved with Arabian horses? Where your passion comes from?
I was, as a kid already, I wanted to have horses, and of course my parents didn't buy me one, and I was always riding in schools, riding school and so on. And then I was, of course, professional ski racer. And yeah, then when I was 16, 17, I started to get more involved with horses and riding more and more. And then once we went to Verona, to the Fier.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I saw by chance, just we went to a hall and saw Liberty class of Arabian horses, and this was the first time I saw Arabians free, and of course I was fascinated of this kind of horses, and yeah, it was so beautiful, and it really caught me. And after this I started to look around, travel around a bit, visiting farms, and this is how it started.
And tell me something, when you were skiing professionally, as you had, as we all know, fantastic result, did the ski brought you a little bit away from the horses? Were you riding or not? Because of course it was dangerous for your career.
Of course, I was not professional, not that much riding. It was always, during my career, it was always like when I coming home from the pressure and stress, of course, with the competitions, it was always, I went to the farm, to the stable, and always brought me down immediately. And I think it was also kind of a secret of mine that I didn't think a lot of competitions and training, because when I was home, I was so relaxed all the time, and of course, training and hard work all the time. But yeah, I could focus better on skiing then, and I always wanted since I started my career to build up the breeding program and during skiing as well. Yes,
it's so nice that the horses could have helped you also during your professional career to really slow down and just disconnect. Like yes. Now I'm here. Fantastic, very nice. So I know that this year it's a kind of a very important year for you. because you are breeding from so many years. So can you tell us something more about it?
Yeah, we have 20 years this year already, so time is flying crazy like for everyone. And yeah, but it's interesting when you think back how all started 20 years ago with just two mares, and yeah, slowly we build up. I started with two brood mares, two famed daughters.
Tell me about that. So you started with only two mares.
Yes, the first year in 2002 it was one mare and she was pregnant, and then second year I bought a second mare, but both was famed daughters. And yeah, at the end they produced very well for us. When I think now, some great children already going back to this first mare, and yeah, we had good success with this mare. And yeah, but it was always important for me to also during my skiing career to not buying a show horse, just to start with brood mares, good quality brood mares, and breed and get better generation by generation, and breed myself a show champion. And this was always my biggest goal. Didn't fulfill me to go and buy a show horse. So I had my idea, of course. At the beginning or the last 20 years, we traveled a lot around the world to many farms. We met many friends or closed many friendships, which is really nice, and many shows, and to go to just to school our eyes and just get an idea
more
what I want and to my taste. And yeah, I think it was an interesting progress, and this is a little bit sad nowadays. Everyone who's starting wants a fix and ready show trained horse and go to the show and win. So I always think, yeah, it's a bit the sad point in breeding nowadays, that people don't have patience anymore. So to start with brood mares and to try to breed yourself the show horses. So this was my way starting into Arabian horses.
Breeding is a life companion at the end. It's not something that you just do for passion for 1 or 2 years, of course. If you start, you need to keep going and give the time that it takes.
Time is very important, I think. And also we have around the house, the pastures, and just look at the horses and foaling time now. It's so many special and nice moments in breeding horses. And of course, if you breed a champion, it's the top of it, you know. But it's so many nice things what horses give you all year around.
And how did you take, and do you take now your breeding decision?
That's very difficult.
It's a very hard question.
Very hard. I'm very critical. This is, of course, maybe from my sports career. I always was very critical in my sport, and of course, this pushing you to other levels maybe. But of course, in horse breeding, yeah, makes it not easy if you are so critical. But you have to try. And of course, when I have mares more years, I know what they need, which stallion. But you try or give a young stallion a chance. We have at the moment 3 stallions here.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a young colt. It's and his name is 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐈𝐧 by Dominic M. It's a bit of an outcross, and we got his first babies, and actually very happy. Then Jabari, which did also great for us already, very nice foals, including European champions and so on. And then Epic, who was Breeders' World Cup champion 2 years ago. So also we try to give our own stallions a chance. And of course, I'm using stallions from outside, which is available, with what I think will fit my mares.
Absolutely. So Mario, I know that you are a breeder you are a real breeder, first of all, and you don't only breed for faces or for winning the shows, but for you it's very important the structure because you are a rider and you are a strong supporter of the ridden competition. Am I correct?
Yes, of course, yes.
So tell me something about this. Like, what drives you to put so much effort into the ridden competition?
Yeah, like I said before, I always was riding also during my skiing career, and after I quit, yeah, I wanted to improve riding, to just something to improve with Arabian horses. I went many times to America. I see how big the market is for riding horses, and it's actually sad we didn't use this or didn't promote it in Europe because yeah, it's such amazing horses to ride, also for children and families, and it's yeah, but we never promoted it. It was at the end our own mistake, and when I see in breeding maybe 95% of the horses is not gonna make it in the halter shows or to be champions. They also, I think, need a job, which is very important. And that's for me, I always keep in mind, I like to breed horses with good conformations. So if they maybe are not bred enough for the shows, I can still use them for great riding horses. But what should I do with them if they have bad conformation, bad legs, or bad body, which is not rideable? It's not it's not my thing. So it's very important for me that they are complete horses, and of course, if everything is perfect, they have also a pretty face. But yeah, this is very important for breeding for me.
This comes in a second step. And do you think that here in Europe and also Middle East, actually, the ridden classes could actually take on and be more successful?
I wish that more breeders would support it in Europe. We have many great breeders also in Europe. If just every breeder would send one horse in training for riding, we would have 50, 60 ridden horses at the horse show, and it would make a big impact and a big promotion to the outside. So we started like a few years ago at the fair in Wels. At the halter show, we started pleasure classes, and we got such a great feedback. And more, also at the futurity, we started with riding horses. Now I get requests about riding horses, which are from nominated stallions. They ask for it already. So it comes along. Of course, it's a bit slow. I also want it a bit faster, but if more breeders would support it, I think we are one community. If we help together, to the outside, we will get a nice picture and a good promotion for our horses.
It will be fantastic. It will be fantastic to have more supporter, more sponsor, maybe also to put some prize money for the ridden classes, which would support, of course, more to have people coming, because to train a horse and have the feeling for ridden competition anyway, it takes time and a lot of expenses, a lot of work. So for everyone that is watching us, please, if you want to support this initiative from the bottom of our heart, do it, because we should have more and more shows for ridden classes.
Yes.
Even in Italy, like all around Europe, maybe create a league or create something that could really be something important. It would actually be good for everyone, for every breeder. It would
be nice also for halter shows. I think it's really time that we have like 3-4 really nice shows for Europeans. I think it would be much needed, because then we could put it together with riding and halter shows, or to get the amateur shows, something like this, to get the whole family involved. We also did like children on lead classes, and it was like children love it, you know. It's like our daughter, she loves to ride, she loves to be around horses, and if we manage to get the whole family involved, I think then we are on a great way. But
I agree.
I think also with the car, we have to think that we have more shows for just European and like a cup or something, 3-4 shows, and the finals for Europeans with riding and halter all together. So this would be a nice thing, yes.
This would be fantastic, absolutely. And like many times, a nice riding horse can be also a super halter horse, because one doesn't exclude the other one. Of course, it has to have a good structure, but if it's a good riding horse and it's also beautiful, well, then you have the combination.
Yes, this is my goal at the end. I don't see a difference for me in breeding to breed a halter horse or a riding horse. At the end, I want to breed a complete horse which good conformation, which is good for riding horse. Of course,
Well,
if it's on second step, if it's pretty enough for the shows, it's perfect. But the problem nowadays we have at the shows, that they look so much for the pretty head, that they look over mistakes in conformation, in body and in legs, and this should not happen. I think it's really important also when a horse is pretty, that they punish the mistakes in body and legs. So just to give them marks what the horse deserves. So this, I think, the last years made many breeders upset, because if you don't get the result what you deserve, it makes you upset. And we lost many breeders or many people to go to the shows because of this reason.
absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you. Also, the movement and like everything, it's the horse has to be complete. At the end of the day, they are horses. So
yes,
no, they're animals. They are horses, so they should be very strong. I love what you say, Mario, and I can tell you that from all the messages that we are getting during our conversation, there is so many people telling you, writing like applause and well said and congratulations.
Okay.
Like,
thank you.
Finally, we say these things. So thank you so much for sharing. It's so important. I can tell you that from our side, from Arabian Insider, I'm absolutely happy and into supporting the written classes with whatever we can do. So if you have ideas or if you want our support, count on us. I'm totally in for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What I'm also happy in our last live, I had �R𝐶𝐞𝐫 connected with me, which is organizing a very nice European kind of league in 3 shows in Belgium, with little prize money, where small breeders can actually, show their own horses, which is a very great initiative. So I hope that this will also go on, because something like this, with also the written classes, it's really what we are missing in Europe, and with what we could enjoy again. Be a passion, not only a business.
Yes. No, and if we speak with breeders 40 years ago, how they got in the business, it's most of the time is because of the wife or the children wanted to ride or wanted a Arabian horse. Many times it started with riding, and this we should not forget, that we promote our horses in the riding classes, for riding, for children, and for all the people that they see, and as a whole picture, not only halter.
And tell me, I have a question for you, as you are an expert breeder. To build up a structure in a horse, it comes with one generation, or it takes a lot of time to breed a horse with a nice conformation, so to have back the conformation of a horse?
I think conformation is much more difficult than a pretty head, for sure. I think a pretty head you can get in 1 generation, but conformation, I think it really needs to be in the pedigree. So, and you always see it also. For me, it was very interesting a few years ago when I started to get into more the riding and training my own horses. And also, when you start to train them, like mentally wise, how their character is, and conformation wise, and when you're riding them, you feel, and you see what you bred actually. And for me as a breeder, it was very important, this step, because if you ride it feel how the horse feels under saddle. It's completely different, and then you can combine your ideas in breeding and what you see. So now it's, of course, my horses. I know which one I want to take for riding and character-wise and also conformation-wise. So you know what you need. But this is, for me, it's the same if it's halter or riding. It's no difference for me.
Absolutely. Are there many training centers for riding horses? In Europe, at least.
This is the most problem we have. We would need more trainers in riding, for riding. This is for performance. This is the most problem we have. And also, yeah, to maybe more breeders to support it, to send a horse in training for riding. Now we have a great program with the futurity. They can win prize money. And also it's like, if they are in the system, in the futurity, they can win for years as a riding horse money. So I think it's also a great step forward. But yeah, it needs time.
So explain me about the futurity, because maybe not everyone that is watching us know about the futurity program. So can you explain me a little bit better about it?
Yes, we have this futurity breeding auction. It's always in February. There you can buy a breeding. If you buy this breeding, your foal born is automatically nominated to compete at the futurity. So you can win prize money as a foal, yearling, 2 3-year-old, and maybe later as a riding horse. So it's many years you can win money actually, but we have this system like if you buy the breeding in the futurity, it's a nice prize money to win.
Okay. And are there many competitions for riding horses nowadays in Europe? How many can we count?
It depends. We have in Austria, there are some smaller ones, but this was also my idea to have, like, in each country, we have during summer some national or small competitions to get the horses used to get experience. And then later in the season, we have the European Championships and the Futurity. This is the biggest we have in the riding at the moment in Europe. So my idea was always to have in October the European Championship, the halter, together with the riding, to make it a nice venue, a nice festival with riding horses. You could make, like in the evening, you could make finals for halter or championships, build in a final for riding, and with some nice shows and to get people from outside. So this would be nice promotion for our horses.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, let's hope supporting and keep promoting that we can have more people involved, and we can really have these riding competitions starting more and more and more during the years. It will really be helpful for everyone. And Mario, tell me about your 20 years of breeding program. Are you proud of it? How do you live it with your family also?
Yes, no, of course, we always could get better, of course, and we want more. But at the end, if I look back, I think we did a great job, and I'm very proud of my horses. We have young horses, 1 to 3-year-old, which is really my vision of breeding, and which was really complete horses and pretty and showy, and which could do all, which could win halter shows and which could go under saddle. So this is my vision, and yeah, let's see what the future will bring. But I think we are still on a good way, and we enjoy it to be around the horses. This is the most important thing, that the enjoyment every day. Yeah. We just went the trail ride yesterday with our daughter and all together. So this is the nice thing on top of it, which makes it a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To hear a breeder saying, I finally have bred some horses that realized my vision, it's really something. Bravo, Mario.
Thank you.
So I wanted still to ask you, which is the best the best memory, the best thing you can remember in your on your journey of breeding?
That's a very difficult question. I don't know. We had so many nice moments, so many nice travels around the world, which we met friends and so much fun. So it's hard to just point out one thing. I'm thankful to meet so many nice people around the world and to just to share our passion. And I just hope that we can continue like this, not that we go down, lose it in Europe. This is my only concern about it, that we have new people, but what I see around the world, that we miss a little bit the young people coming in. So this is, would be nice to have more young people, like in Europe or America. So you see not that many young people. So this is one important thing, and that's why we should think what they would look for, not just think on us, but what the young people looking for or need. And that's many different things, and not just sitting at the halter show. Maybe it's to think a bit forward for it.
I agree with you, Mario. And the Arabian horse brings people together from all over the world. We know each other thanks to the Arabian horse.
Yes.
This is what you said. No, it connects so many people that is just fantastic. And in that matters, I want to ask you one more question. Are you planning to open your farm sooner or later for people to come and visit and join your breeding program?
Oh, our farm was always open, and it is always open. Of course, everybody is anytime welcome, and we would love to welcome people and share our passion and just talk about horses. It's for sure a lot of pleasure for us.
Okie dokie. Well, Mario, thank you so much for your participation. I think this was one of the greatest interviews I've ever done in 8 years of Arabian Insider. I really thank you for speaking and telling us what you think. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And Arabian Insider is your supporter, very big supporter. So whatever you need from us, we are here. Just contact us.
And also congratulations for you, your job and your promotion, what you do for the Arabian horses. Also very well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mario. Have a good evening and say hi to your beautiful family. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao. Ciao. So this was a fantastic interview with Mario Matt, a real breeder of Arabian horses that really takes care of the structure of the riding. I'm so happy because I got so many comments from you guys. This makes my heart big like this, big like this. Wait, how you do that? Like this? It's like this. No, I'm very, very happy. Ciao, 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐿𝐲. 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐿𝐲 is watching us. Ciao. We miss you and we hope to see you very soon. Frank Holman from Qatar, he was writing many messages. Frank, if you want to be live with us, click. And I'm not going to invite you because I don't know where you are and what you're doing. But if you want to be live, just ask me and come and let's talk about all this, as you wrote some very beautiful messages. In the meantime, Mario was talking. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciated what has been said from Mario. So from all of you that are watching us, if you know people that loves to ride horses or that could be interested in supporting us, supporting the riding classes, supporting the futurity program, supporting the shows or the training center, let's do it in Europe especially, and also in Middle East, because our passion needs it. Also, all the horses that actually cannot be showed, for sure they can find a beautiful life in the riding classes. And to ride an Arabian horse is the most beautiful things you can do in all your life, because there is such a feeling, it's such a connection, and it's so much fun because they are fast. They are really fast. So ride your Arabian horse, follow the advices of Mario Matt. And now, after this beautiful interview, maybe this time I managed to close the live in 1 hour and not 3. we have our next guest, Ellie Nelson from the Arabian Horse World magazine. So let me invite her. Arabian Horse World. I probably look a little bit stupid when I invite people, but invited. So we have Ellie Nelson with us because Arabian Horse World magazine with Ellie Nelson. Eccola! Ciao Ellie!
Hello! How are ya?
I'm very good, and you?
All good. Good. All good.
That's fantastic. I was explaining to our followers that, first of all, the first news, Ellie Nelson became the executive manager and co-owner of the Arabian Horse World magazine, correct?
Yes, I did. Yeah, recently with my business partner, Alyssa Bayard and Jeff Sloan, the three of us are getting this magazine back going again.
That's fantastic. How do you feel about it?
Really excited. You know, with managing Sahara for Jeff, the Arabian Horse World has always been ran out of the farm here. And it was like a encyclopedia of history. I mean, it was the first magazine, and I have every issue back to 1959 when it started. I mean, the amount of history and beautiful stuff that this magazine holds is incredible, and it's really important for the horse to keep it going.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I saw the archive of all the books, all the history that you have there.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is the story of the Arabian horse, so it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really
so guys,
fun.
You have to know that Ellie is here with me tonight. Thank you for your time, Ellie, first of all.
Thank you for having me.
Because the Arabian Horse World magazine came up with a beautiful contest that we are doing together, supported by Arabian Insider.
Yes.
Ellie, tell us everything about it.
Okay, so it's called the Fabulous Foal Contest, and it is open for everybody. We really want to give the breeders listening to your last two interviews, like everybody, all these breeders, so passionate about breeding. And this is a great opportunity for them to show the labor of their work. You know, they've waited all year long for these babies to be born. And so basically it's free to enter. And you just have to go to the Arabian Horse World website and fill out a form. And then you can enter all of your babies, as many as you want. You just have to have one high resolution photo. And what we're going to do is once we gather all of the entries, then they're all going to go into a Facebook gallery. And on that Facebook gallery, it'll be open for about 2 weeks. And then we're going to take the top 20 babies that get the most likes. So the top 20 will then go to an international judging panel. And we'll pick our winner, our most fabulous foal of 2023. And then we'll also have the top 10. And just help everybody showcase their beautiful babies. And not to mention, there is a huge prize for the #1 foal. So yay.
we know, or we
yes,
don't know?
No, we can know. We can talk about it. So Sahara donated a free breeding to 𝐍𝐞𝐫, and he's done fabulously. A lot of his babies did really well throughout the Middle East, and the foals that we're getting here now we're really excited about. So one free breeding to the winner of the Fabulous Foal Contest. And then there's also a package of marketing that comes with it from the Arabian Horse World, and a package of marketing that comes from Arabian Insider. Thank you for being our sponsor. And then we'll also have a customized leather baby halter. So that was sponsored by Schneider's Saddle.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be fun. I cannot wait to see everybody's submissions, and we hope to get horses from all around the world.
I'm sure.
We hope to get, listening to Mario, we hope to get some riding horses, babies entered as well. Here in America, obviously the riding is pretty popular, and you go to our shows here, and Scottsdale, for example, has 2,500 horses that are entered. Only about 400 of those are halter horses. All the rest are riding. So we hope to get some really fabulous English babies and some Western babies, and of course the halter ones as well.
Absolutely, and it's very nice that it's open not only for the halter but also for the performances.
Yeah.
Ellie, regarding that, what do you think about? I know you were listening the Mario interview. What do you think about the performances in Europe? You think that they would work, or they would be like sponsor for it, or?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fabulous. I personally ride and show my Arabians under saddle. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, and it's where my passion lies, is to be riding and showing them under saddle. And I do think that there is a market for it in Europe. And I agree fully with everything Mario said. I think that it definitely needs to be supported.
I agree as well. Okay, guys, so have you listened about our beautiful, fabulous fall contest? When does it start?
It's open now. We just started it today. So yeah, it's
So
ready.
today,
Yep,
from
today.
today, go to the Arabian Horse World magazine page and fill up your babies. I will
Yep.
send mine, but I see.
Okay, please.
So.
Please do. Please do. Yeah. And we're going to do it. The contest, when it's up on Facebook, there's not going to be any pedigrees listed. There's not going to be any breeders or owner information because we don't want it to be biased at all. We want it just based off of the photo. And then afterward, when the winner is chosen, then we will announce and talk about the breeders and the pedigrees of these babies. And so all of that information will be released at the end.
Okay, this is fantastic. This
Yeah.
is very, very good. So follow Arabian Horse Magazine page, follow Arabian Insider. We
Yes.
will also be sharing the pictures, but you need to go to the Arabian Horse World Magazine page to click your like. And,
There you go.
And a lot of prizes are waiting for you. So, Ellie, what do you think about this cooperation between me and you, basically?
Wow. Well, you know, I love you, and we've worked together a lot for many years, and I love the idea of Arabian Insider and Arabian Horse World, you know, doing a lot of fun projects together. I see a bright future.
Me too. Me too.
Good.
And for me, it's also kind of going back to my first base, because my first work in the business was working for Arabian Horse World magazine. So it's cool.
Exactly.
Life
Yeah.
is a circle. Everything comes.
It's all comes full circle. Absolutely. I love that.
Very good. So, guys, we will start promoting the contest by tonight. So, in both pages, you will find all the information.
Yeah.
Go and feed your babies.
All right. I look forward to it. Get those submissions in.
Ciao, Ellie.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
coming again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao. So this was our news, our new contest. Just please be sure to participate to it. And this is all for our Insider News episode 4. I managed to finish it before 1 hour. I'm really proud of myself. Frankly Paradise just texted, no Photoshop babies allowed. Please, 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 no Photoshop babies pictures. Just take a picture of your foal as he is, like with a nice camera, nice looking, show him a little plastic or whatever, and just share him exactly as he is, okay? Actually, about Photoshop, tonight we wanted to have a little section dedicated to the Photoshop, because I feel it's kind of a very important subject to talk about. Not maybe only for the promotional pictures, but most of all for the pictures that are sent to buy a horse, because I experienced that. And actually, like, you know, when I have to buy a horse, I always go to see it in person. But when I cannot go in person, of course, I ask videos. But then, you know, I see a picture, and if the picture is photoshopped, and so I think I'm buying a horse, and then in reality, I'm buying a horse that it does not look like that, I'm absolutely not happy. And I think you feel the same way. You feel me. So I wanted to talk about the Photoshop, but of course, it's a kind of delicate content. So let me know if you want that I keep going on that, and if you really want to talk about this subject, I will find people for you all to talk about that. Otherwise, I just expressed my opinion. Leave Photoshop, show your horse as it is. In videos, well, we don't use Photoshop, we just show the horse as it is, and many times I have problem because maybe the horse does not feel good and is not performing that day, but unfortunately, you know, we edit what we film. So that's it. I'm Francesca Ragno, host of the Insider News episode 4. It was a fantastic episode. I'm again talking too much because I'm passing the hour, so I leave you all. Thank you for watching us. Remember to watch us again. And if you want to hear our podcast, Arabian Insider, Spotify. Lot of love for you. Go cuddle your horse. Go ride your horse. Ciao! Mwah.